And the next top story, then these are rough. The next top story is discuss saying hold your keys is similar to run your own email server. This is from Scoresby. He's sitting in the audience. 72 comments, 1,053 sets. Keyan, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, I guess this was a tweet that Scoresby found where someone was equating, I guess, the likelihood of people holding their own keys to the likelihood of them running their own email server. And
Is that true?
he encouraged stackers to discuss it. I would say it's true, especially for running something like a Lightning node, where I think there's a lot of.
Is it true? Raise your hand if it's true.
Totally true.
It's true?
The people don't want to run their own stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to run their own stuff. I don't even want to run my own stuff. I just want the value of running.
Here, say that into the mic. We can't hear you.
Nobody wants to run their own stuff. I don't even want to run my own stuff. I just want the value you can get by running your own stuff.
So you agree with this?
That nobody wants to run stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you get. Yeah, nobody wants to run stuff.
You heard it here first, folks. Nobody wants to run stuff. Anybody else? Tidwell, you're here. Come here. Do people want to run stuff? You were running some stuff back there. Yeah, you.
Like run.
Say it into the camera right there.
Anything. You want to run anything?
Sorry, come here. Here, be careful.
Do you want to run a conference?
I mean, he's running a conference.
Yeah, I don't even really know what the question is. Do I want to run stuff? Yes,
Yeah.
I would love to run stuff.
Holding your own keys is similar to running your own email server, and so if it's similar to running your own email server, no one will do it, and they'll just all use Gmail. They'll all use a custodial service.
Oh, that too.
Oh, does this get me to the live feed?
At the same time.
Okay. You're saying I have to run an email server now. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
He's
saying no one wants to run anything.
You just want the value of running it yourself.
I would say some of the value is privacy and sovereignty of said thing.
But you want those things, but you don't actually like.
Well, that's like saying that. I mean, if you can get privacy, sovereignty, all these ideas by not running it yourself, sure, but you have to run it yourself to get those things.
Babe,
A lot of times.
I'm an engineer. Like
Yeah.
all we do is
Well, sure. If you
make people get more value.
Sure. You're ultimately looking for the value, but it's important to note that some people value some of the features where it's like privacy is the value that they're looking for sometimes.
But
Self-hosting.
Mixers get you privacy without running your own stuff.
It depends on the implementation, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends, I guess.
Yeah.
It depends asterisks. Because if you can get all the value and all the features and all the qualities and not run it yourself, then there's not a real strong use case to run it yourself. But a lot of times, I would argue you can't get all those things unless you run it yourself.
I mean, that's why we all run stuff anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So people do want to run their stuff.
They want the value of running it. They want the privacy. They want the control. They want all that stuff. But actually running it is kind of tedious.
All right, but like I would say, most of the time, what the trade-off people make is, oh, I want I want one part of the value, right? Like for instance, like we talk about like custodial Lightning. Like I want the good user experience with Lightning, right? But that means you don't have privacy. You don't have if you're using custodial Lightning, you don't have some of these other things, right? But yeah. But if you're just considering the value, like I just send the payment, then your whole value, more like compass, is different than maybe someone else's. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
maybe
give them the mic.
maybe
Talking to both.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe,
We have a real high tech setup here.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right.
The best.
Maybe it's better said that people don't value privacy as much as they say they do, because everybody says they want privacy, and most people that run their own stuff want privacy, but in the market has demonstrated that they effectively don't care about privacy until it's too late. So that's why they don't want to run their own stuff.
About them?
You-
Leave them behind.
I try to get them to read history books, but I mean, the more you get people to read history, the more they value privacy, I think.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys chiming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, but first thing that people like to give up typically for enhanced user experience or opening up possibilities is privacy. I mean, that's like a lot of times when people make their trade-off of like, oh, this would work so much better, all we have to do is just get rid of privacy now. And now it's like way simpler. You know, like so many technological, projects would work just so much easier if you didn't have privacy. And then it's like, well, wait a minute. If private, if privacy is a, I guess, something that is non-negotiable, that makes the problem way harder and also way more interesting and way cooler when something really, when something is nicely packaged and done that also includes privacy. Those things are typically the things that can go viral pretty quickly, right? If they're done well, but it's very hard to do it well, right? Typically. So I think a lot of people just give up on privacy sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, comment. He's gonna say stay in your lane, probably. Oh wow, Bake's talking now.
Here, I can get
How's
on
it going, guys? So I think there's two material differences between email, if you want to say that out, between
Thanks, Jake.
email and Bitcoin. The first difference is that email servers probably require constant upkeep and maintenance, right? The emails are coming and going. Whereas in Bitcoin, we have cold storage. You can put your Bitcoin in cold storage, and then, I mean, unless you're constantly putting more Bitcoin in, it's good. It just sits there. There's no more work you have to do day after day, week after week. And then also running a Bitcoin node, I mean, I don't find it very difficult. My Bitcoin node, I hardly ever look at. It just sits there. Whenever I boot up my wallet and connects to my node on the back end, that's the only time it has any kind of anything to do. But like, yeah, my Bitcoin node, there's just almost no work to it. So I think it's a lot easier than running an email server. But the second and more important reason is the reason why email servers on an individual level went away was the spam issue. And I don't mean necessarily incoming spam. I mean outgoing. When you send an email, if you're coming from an individual server, your emails were very often ending up in the spam folder of the recipient. Email does not have a good spam defense protection mechanism because emails are free to send, so they can be sent in mass. Now, in Bitcoin, we have an inherent spam protection mechanism, and that's called knots. Sorry, just joking. It's called fees, and that's the real reason why in Bitcoin we don't have an abundance of spam. There's an inherent mechanism to contain that.
Yeah.
So I don't actually agree that Bitcoin is going to be difficult for people to use on an individual level. And maybe we can use kind of compromises like collaborative custody, like Unchained or Casa that bridge that gap.
Great stuff. Really good stuff.
Oh, this was mine.
We have someone else.
Oh, you have another one? Yeah, go for it.
Tony's got some thoughts.
Jody?
He runs some stuff.
Thanks, guys. So, I don't know if you saw Paul Stortz's speech yesterday. He was kind of saying Lightning Network was a failure and whatnot. And I had a comment to him, which was he said that he thought the Lightning would be a success if we kind of properly characterize it as a niche tool for power users. And what I said to Paul was, most of us probably got our Bitcoin exposure through centralized exchanges, which are Bitcoin service providers. And if we've hodled, then we've probably benefited tremendously from these centralized services. And there's no shame in that. They offered a service to us, and we took advantage of it. And in some ways, self-custodial Lightning is a real pain in the ass, but so is self-custodial Bitcoin is also a real pain in the ass, and people don't really want to do it and want to use these service providers. That's not really a problem with the users so much as it's a problem with maybe education and with the solutions that we have on offer today. So, and my point to Paul yesterday was, if Lightning takes a similar approach as Bitcoin exchanges, which the reason that all of these Bitcoin exchanges were able to pop up in all of these different countries around the globe is because Bitcoin is permissionless for service providers, right? It's not just permissionless for like individuals, it's permissionless for service providers to get up and start selling Bitcoin and seed the revolution to their customers all across the globe. And I think that we might see a similar thing with Lightning, as we've seen with Bitcoin exchanges, which is we'll have permissionless innovation for service providers. And let's not poo-poo that and say that's not valuable, because just as exchanges were super valuable from a business to consumer, a business to business perspective, I think custodial Lightning and and Lightning service providers will also be super valuable for the Bitcoin population in the world over.
Good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you go. One more.
I'm really just stealing this so that I can fix it.
Oh, I think you want to do it with this one.
Yeah, that one's mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, good job.
And this is the
We got a
mic
technical
set.
difficulty
We're
thing.
fixing this mic situation real quick.
Yeah, so that way you can get both at the same time. But we've
I
been
hope
hearing
this
some
works.
really good comments from the audience here at TabConf. A lot of people are really excited about all the
Yeah.
conversations they've been hearing. So go for it, Topher.
So I just want to say that running an email server was the worst experience of my life. And I wish I could get that back. All that time that I wasted. And it's not even running one server. You have to run multiple servers because there's like multiple different protocols that you have to deal with when running an email server. And if you don't implement all of the modern features that have been added over the years to whatever the frickin' email protocol is, then other service providers like Gmail will consider you spam right out the gate, and then your emails won't go anywhere. So even to play in the field, like you have to do so much work just to be considered an email that maybe these larger providers will look at. But then even then, you got to like warm up your email and you got to do all this other stuff. Tristan knew a lot about this. Like there's just so much nuance, not just running your own email server, but like having your own domain that you're sending emails from. I wouldn't even compare it to custody your own keys. It's not even close. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, like trying to run an email server. It's way easier to run a Lightning node, like way easier. So, but I still don't want to run one either way.
Good stuff. We're